And it is Friday evening. Welcome to my desk. Welcome to my desk. Let me put my phone up on the stand here, which is something I have to do after I go online. This morning I decoupaged this box you're looking at right here with napkins that I got from Deb's sale. Let's zoom out just a little. Welcome in, welcome in. It's always about getting set up when I first come online. I have not been feeling good. Although today was much better than the other days. Let me get set up while I'm waiting for folks to come in. Do, 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 do. I have an ad. Skip the ad. And let's set up the quality while I'm here. Quality up to 1080, and let me set the chat filter to all messages. Welcome in. I see 4 of you out there in the balcony. That's quite all right. This is a project box. I think I'm going to use it as a toolbox. There's only one thing I want to do to this now, and that's glue a holder on it so that I can just pull up on the holder. And I have some, this is green, not blue, but I'm going to use it. I don't think I have a, yeah, I'm going to use this. It's a ribbon. And we will just glue this together on to the center here, just like that. And then when I want to pull up on it, I could just do one layer. Maybe well, let's see. And then I want to work on a workbook tonight for my Fib-Diggity fairy tales. Let's get out the tacky glue here. And I'll show you what that's all about. And let's just cut a piece off here. And it's Mina and Karen K. Hi, ladies. It's good to see you, both of you. Welcome in. I hope that your weekend is off to a good start. I hope your weekend is off to a good start. Let me put this pin back in here just to keep that ribbon. Now I think I'll just glue it down sort of in the center. I'm not being too particular on this because it's just a box, an extra box. I think I'm gonna put my tools in it, like my mini punch and my, I have what I call a toolbox, but I end up putting other stuff in there. And I think I'll keep this on my cart. Let me just grab a brush that I can use as a glue stick here. I'm just going to put some glue right on here. And what did I do with the ribbon? Oh, it's doubled. Well, let's see if I can get away with it. Let's open it up a little and glue it on. one end. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to put it right here. And then I'm going to double it back on itself and clamp it and set it aside. And hopefully this glue, this is Aileen's tacky glue, it should be enough to hold it. And of course it's going to give me and I think I've got a clamp. Well, I might have used them on something else. Can never find what I want when I want it. We'll just leave it like that. I put my brush in the water. And put the lid back on the glue. And get the box off my desk so that I have room to move around here. Yeah, it's got a gunk on it. I did throw out 2 sacks of trash today, believe it or not, and I got another sack ready to go. So I hope your day is going good. Where am I going to put this? Where did I get it? Up here. No. One more turn of the wheel. Okay, let me just set this off the desk here, off to the side. You see, I could put my scissors and my pliers and my knives in there. I think tools. All right, let me look at chat. Karen K is here. Angie's here. Hello, Lamont. Lamont Smalls, welcome in. Joyce Boring, hi Joyce. Welcome in. Mary, it's good to see you feeling better. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I'll tell you this, whatever it is, got me down this week. It really got caught in my throat. The mucus did. And I am taking an expectorant, and that is helping, but I can only take it every 12 hours, so. Mina said she got new glasses today. Now I can see you more clearly. Well, good, Mina. I hope that they're going to help you a lot. Joyce Boring popped in. Karen K. Lamont Smalls. Lamont Smalls. Joyce. Mina says, I also have a new phone. Your old one died. Yeah, I know how that goes. Karen said she got new glasses too. Well, look at that. Angie says, is Mary working on the box? I just put a pull tab on the cover so that I can open the lid more easy. All the better to see you with, Karen, Mina says. Aw. Hi, Goldie. It's good to see you, lady. Oh, I'm feeling better, Goldie. Yeah, I really did have it bad, though. So what I want to do, this paper I got at $1.99 at Goodwill, and I am not fond of this paper at all. I like this part, but I don't really like the Thanksgiving design. But I'm going to use it. I want to make a Fibdiggity workbook, like I did that workbook for my Christmas memories. I want to do one for my Fibdiggity fairy tales. And it will be a book similar to my writing journal that I can scribble in and write in and cross out. It won't be anything it's not an art journal. However, I did print off, because, and this is going to look pretty dark to you maybe. I printed off these pages. These came out of my writing journal. And this was the introduction to the fairy tales. This is my research and my notes, and then I wrote it out and I practiced it, and it's just kind of my approach to it. And then I went in on the AI machine. Now these turned out really dark, but the video itself is dark. So this means something to me, but you probably will have trouble seeing this. And my printer the ink is kind of messed up. So this is not the best, but this will mean something to me. And I'm going to put these in as little notes. But the first thing I want to do is put my workbook together, and then I'll come back to that. So that's basically what I'm going to work on tonight. I'll try to keep a better eye on chat. Hi, Jacqueline. Did you pop in? Did Jacqueline pop in? There she is. Hello, lady. I hope you had a good sale. I was there for the fabric, and I was telling folks in my morning stream that I got to watch my budget again, or I'm going to I'm going to be eating rice and beans anyway, but let's see, I think I want to turn it this way. And look, this will make a nice cover. I was looking for a cover a writing cover. Let's flip this over and so that I can fold it like this. And so, no worries, Mary. Thank you for the support. You're very welcome. And I will be back. Maybe if I could build up some of my sale and then you invoice me in one big invoice, that would help me a lot. I did open one of Jacqueline's, was that last week you had a sale? I opened your mail this morning, and I had those beautiful vellum pages that you did. Did you sell more of those tonight? I stayed for the fabric tonight, and then I thought, well, I'd better get out of here, or I will get myself into trouble. So I think I had 20 signatures of 5 pages in my writing journal, my Christmas memories journal. So I'm going to shoot for about the same thing here. Excuse me. You'll hear me coughing and hacking. Jacqueline said we were having shoot, Goldie? I can do that for you, girl. Let's see, what did Goldie say? Hi, Vale. Is that, oh no, that's Sherry Van. I'm sorry, my phone is kind of, it grays out the name, so. You were naughty tonight, Goldie? Oh my goodness. Hi, Sherry Van. Oh, it was a hoot. It was a hoot. Jacqueline said, Lamont, you came. Did you send Lamont over here, Jacqueline? What did Angie say? I can't keep up with Angie. Says, Jacqueline, I'm going to make that sign and roses for her, but not going to charge her. Don't tell her. I will send it to you and you can send it with her things. Who are you making a sign and roses for? A hoot, not a shoot, a hoot. Jacqueline, do you know what color she likes but orange? She likes pink a lot. Angie's planning a gifty. Mary, I wasn't being good. Angie, shame on you. The whole chat over there, I've sent the whole chat to Rager, including Lamont. Well, thank you. All I'm doing is folding paper tonight. I'm going to make, I did not bring that writing journal in. It's buried out in the other room by my recliner someplace. I've got to pull that recliner out. I have a whole bunch of fabric behind my recliner, and I need just to pull it out because I'm not doing as much slow stitching this year, and I just need to save some pieces and take the rest upstairs. But you know how it is, once out of sight, out of mind, and of course it's kind of out of sight behind my recliner, but things get messed up around my chair out there, and if I don't clean it out on occasion, then you know, it's not comfortable. I'm always knocking my phone off of the little TV stand, and I bought some of those sticky pads that they talked about in the tatting class. They're just little, about this size, and they're very, very, very sticky, and they stick down onto the surface, and then whatever you put on top of them sticks to and doesn't move. And I'm going to put one of them up there for this phone tends to really want to slip off of the TV tray. I don't know why. I'll sit them there and I'll be sitting there reading or doing something, and all of a sudden my phone jumps off from the table onto the floor. It just says, I'm done, bye, click. And then it jumps off of the table. How did that fall? I probably bumped it, but you feel at home in, oh, thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline. You're so sweet. No, Mary, I was being good. The rest weren't. Did I read that wrong? Angie, usually you're the little troublemaker, aren't you? I wasn't. I was being good, Angie said. Okay. Aw, thank you guys. I appreciate your support. I know that my art, what I do is not earth-shaking art. It isn't like I'm teaching a class or doing anything novel or you know, earth-shakingly anything. But it's nice to come online and do my art. That's all I want to do is do my art. I want to get to the point to where my voice isn't, it's getting better. You wouldn't want to heard me earlier this week. It was really raspy. And because I got that, I've been rehearsing that fairy tale. It changes every time I tell it orally. And I'm going to try something. On my phone, you can set up that, it's a Samsung and Galaxy, And you can set it up, the notes file, so when it hears a spoken word and auto, you know, when it hears your voice speaking, then it types it out. And I'm going to try, since I have two phones, what I want to do is set the auto, the note file up, and then play my video and see if it can recognize that video as a voice, that little 2-minute short. We could do that in here and see if it would type out my script from that video. And then this is of the first one, the one I uploaded. And then I could print that out and put it in my workbook for the first fairy tale. It really isn't a fairy tale, it's an introduction to the fairy tales that I'm going to tell. But the next one is a fairy tale. And I'm really excited to, I've been working pretty hard on it. I've got it all, you know, when you tell these stories, and especially when you do a script, an AI with it, and you script it all out, it's nice to outline it and know what you're going to say, and then you describe your characters, and yeah, I've been working pretty hard on it. And of course, it's all related to fibdiggity. It's not anything that's, you know, it's not a fairy tale in the sense of what we would think of fairy tales that we think of, like Little Red Riding Hood or something like that. But it's kind of related. Well, anyway, I've been working pretty hard on it. But when my voice got, because my chest got all congested and it affected my voice, I didn't even sound like a girl. I sounded raspy. Joy says, Angie, I missed it too. I'm curious about the coloring book. Goldie, I wasn't the one looking at that book. I missed the thing. Oh, did Angie sell did Jacqueline sell a, oh, thank you, Jacqueline. Did Jacqueline sell a coloring book? Hi, Scrap Knight. Welcome in, welcome in. Says, all art is good art. Scrap Knight. You sound like a character in a fairy tale. A knight in shining armor. Well, I like to set these, I am to the point to where when I do all this writing, you know, I'm going to go get my other phone. Hold on a minute. I want to show you guys. I thought about bringing it in, and then I thought I wouldn't need it. I'm back. See, this is my writing journal, and I'm making this like I made this, only it's not going to have a hard cover because I want something I can hold in my hands and hold like this, and you know, it's going to be very soft cover. It's not going to have a hard bound like this. But my fairy tale went from my first one, when I was writing it out, what I'm printed out today, was all of this writing in here. And then my second one goes clear over to, not to today's, goes clear over to here. And I'm going, I'm almost halfway through my book. If I keep writing these, you know, working out the stories and everything in here, I'm going to be through my writing journal before I'm ready. And I wanted this to be more of a personal journal, daily happenings and thoughts, and although I do put things in here, other things in there, but what I want to do here, let's play. I ended up with 3 phones. The phone that I'm filming with now was my main phone. And I got this one. This is an older phone. And I got this one because I wanted the S Pen and I wanted to be able to draw on my phone and everything. So I got this one, and they made me get a second line to get this. Or they convinced me to. And then the batteries, I used these so much over the couple years that the batteries started getting hot on both of them. And when I took this one that I'm filming with now in, because the contract had ended and everything, and I wanted to trade it in, well, they wouldn't trade it in because they said the battery was expanded and they wouldn't take it because of that. And I thought, well, can't you send it off and have it fixed? And they used to do that, but they won't do that anymore, even if it's out of warranty. I mean, they used to do it even if it was out of warranty, and then you just pay for it. And they won't do it anymore. So I ended up getting this phone because I traded in this phone for this phone, even though I still had this one. I didn't want to give this one up. So then I took these 2 phones, the one I'm filming with, and this one that had an expanded battery, to a place. It's called You Break It, We Fix It. You could probably find them online. They're local here, but they're also national, I think. And he put batteries, new batteries in both phones for me. So now I have 3 phones. and this one and this one is paid for. These 2 are paid for. This one is, now he told me I only had 8 months left on this, but I'm wondering if he looked at it wrong, because I thought this phone was newer than that. But I'll check on that later. It is what it is. But I ended up with 3 phones. But if you go to my notepad here, let's just close if you go to my notepad, which if I can find it here, notes, and I'm in my dream screen folder, I'm going to start a new note. And I'm just going to start a new one. I'm going to call it test. And I should probably zoom in so you guys can see. I guess you can kind of see. All right. And then if I go up here, and I'm still kind of playing around with this. If I go into here, make sure I'm in the keyboard. And I think it's this one. It says audio file and voice recording. If I hit voice recording, and I'm going to only put this time, and it sets it up, and I'm talking here. I'm talking. You can't see this little, it's on like 11, 12 seconds. It's recording while I'm talking now. So what I'm wanting to do, I'll just let that play for a minute. What I'm wanting to do is to go out to my shorts. I have to sign on this one. And let me close out of everything here. I want to go to my channel.
This woman.
Yeah. Let me turn the sound down for a minute. I have to go to my channel here. Go to my channel, the Meri Atelier, And then I'm going to go to my shorts. This is the live stream we're in now. I'm going to go to my shorts. And this, I have a draft out there that I need to get rid of. This is the one that I want to record the voice on.
Diggity. A perfect time to dust these shelves and get ready for an art gathering this afternoon. And as I was dusting, I found this old coin envelope with a key in it. I'll bet that key goes to a room up here on 2nd floor. There are 14 of them. And I just bet that I'm going to have to try that key in every one of those rooms until I find the door that it opens. Yep, and sure enough, it was the last door I tried. Well, let's go in and see what's in this room.
All right, I'm going to put it on pause for a minute. So what I want to test to see if, while it's recording here, and it's still recording, it's on like 2 minutes and something. I want to see if it's going to pick up my voice from this short. And if it does, then I'm going to try to record just this, not all this gabbering that I'm doing now. I want to record just this, and then I'm going to show you where it transcribes it. So let me finish with this.
Oh my goodness. What is in here? It looks like it was used as a library at one time. Look at all these books. Oh, there's fiction and nonfiction and biographies. There's even some catalogs in here. Oh, I wonder if there are any art books. This is interesting. And look, there's a reading nook with wingback chairs over there in the bay window. And what is this? It looks like somebody was writing a novel and doing some research. Why, oh my goodness. I think it's all about fairy tales. Yes, fairy tales in the Fibdiggity area. How interesting. Oh my goodness. Look at these illustrations. Oh, how cool. I'm going to have to share this with the art gathering this afternoon. I know that they will be as excited about it as I am. Oh, wow, what a treasure. Well, you know what all this means to me, this unlocking this room? It just means I have more to dust.
Okay, so hopefully all of this picked up the sound from here. I don't know if it will or not. I hope it does, even if I have to go in and edit it. So now I'm going to shut this off, hopefully. And see, I got my time there. I'm going to stop it. Let's see. No, here. Did I lose it? No, it's still there. Here. Record or voice 6 of 6 right here. And then you can't see it, but there's a little T in a box there that should say transcribe. So let's see what happens here. And it says it's transcribing it now. It says transcribing into English. 29%, 31, 34, 40. Let's see what I want to see if it caught the audio from here. Now, I could have saved that MP file. I wonder if I saved my MP file from here. I'll have to check that. Transcript. Yeah, I think it's going to do that because I'm going through the transcript here. Yeah, it did. It caught all that voice. It typed it all out. It starts right here. I might have to do a little editing because I stopped and talked in between. Let's see what happens here now. Transcript. I'm not sure what to hit. This one. Copy. Let's copy it. And remove transcript, show speaker label, search, copy, add to, transcribe again. I think I can just close out of this because I copied it. I'm going to keep that test. I'm going to start a new one, and I'm going to put transcript of test. And I'm going to paste. See, and it got all my where I paused and everything, but it got all my talking. And here's what it says. And if it sets it up, I'm talking here, I'm talking, you can't see this. This is all where I'm jabbering to you. And it starts right here where I start the, let me put some marks in here. And the story goes clear over to, I did a pause in there. The story goes clear over to here where it says, all this means to me is unlocking this room. It means that I have more to dust. And so what I want to do, let me do this again. What I want to do is take this part between my lines here, and I'll format that into a PDF file, and I'll print it out, and I'll put it in my workbook. So this has been a nice test, so that I know I can take an audio file from one phone, like if I'm typing notes or something, if I want to remember something, or I could even, if I'm on one phone and I want to transfer it to something else like what I'm doing here, I know I can do that. That's very interesting to me that note file was smart enough to do that. I don't know if that made much sense to you guys, but it's helpful to me because then I'll take that. When I was actually doing that short, I did not think about printing off the text for a workbook type thing. And the more I work on this, the more I get into it, I thought, man, I would like to have the text of my final story, or a draft of the text or something. And that's all this is going to be in here that I'm putting together. This is just going to be a workbook where I can get in and scribble, and I can create my characters, and I can describe them, and I can create little scenarios and outline my story and write it in rough draft. So that's what I'm doing tonight, is doing a workbook for this. And this is just a sheet of Arima paper that I got at Goodwill. That I got it because I like this part. It's kind of, distressed sort of. But then they went and put this Thanksgiving on it. I don't really care for that, but it'll be okay to use for scratch and for notes and that type of thing. I did not get out in the yard today. It still was kind of cloudy, although around 4:30, 5 o'clock, the sun came out. But then I didn't want to go out and get all dirty. I'll work in the yard tomorrow. Let me come out and look at chat. Oh, let me refresh my chat. Chat filter, top messages, chat filter. Sorry I'm not doing any beautiful art tonight. Hi, Patty. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome in. What did Angie say? Mina says she's heading to the balcony. There's snacks in hand. You have popcorn up there, Mina? Angie says, Jacqueline, stop looking at that book. Joyce says, Angie, no, it thundered a lot. Angie says, Joyce, the power and Wi-Fi went off. Did yours? It's back now. Goldie says, soap night. I always imagine a full-sized night, but he is 100% carved soap. Also, he leaves a trail of bubbles. Really? I have to get to know this soap night creature. The letter M was the worst position you can imagine. Oh, what's going on? You gotta watch the replay. It's a red cover. The letter M was in the worst position you can imagine. The book was so rotten. Goldie says, it was drawings of people making interesting alphabet shapes with their bodies. Oh, Angie, I missed it too. I'm curious about that coloring book. Goldie, I wasn't the one looking at that book. I missed the thing. So Jacqueline must have had a coloring book of people in different positions making the alphabet. So I will not bind this tonight. I'm not going to bore you with that, but I will bore you with folding the papers. I'm going to do Coptic stitch on this. Oh, I don't know. I'm making pretty good progress here. So that was an interesting, I don't know if you guys were interested in or not, but that was interesting. To me, I know that AI, artificial intelligence, can get to the point to where, you know, they say, oh, it can take over the human race. It'll start teaching itself and ignore the humans and take over the world. But to tell you the truth, the people that are creating those AI models to do that, they know that danger and they shouldn't let it go there. It's almost like nuclear warheads. There's just depends on the danger is whose hands is it in. And for people like me, who I just want to play with AI to do things like what you did tonight. It's a nice little tool to have. Otherwise, I would have had to play my video, stop it, write down a sentence, replay it to make sure I got everything I said, play it again, write a few more words. And this way, I just played the video and the AI heard it and typed it out on the other phone. That is so cool. And what I do with it is very, very, I mean, they're probably teaching the same thing to kids in elementary school. But if we don't learn these things, the world's going to go on without us. You know, I don't want the world to go on without me. At least I want to understand a little about it. And I am beginning to understand just the basic stuff. And even, it's very interesting, even if I'm just telling a story, it's very interesting. It forces me to get all my thinking done. And that's why I'm doing this workbook. And I have to say, what it comes up with the pictures aren't always what are in my head. But that's okay too. Like that lady that you see there, I just describe her as an older lady with gray hair piled on top of her head, wearing wireless glasses and black top and black slacks. That's how I describe her to the AI. And that comes up with that picture of her. And it does it pretty consistently now. That really doesn't look like me per se. It kind of looks like me. I'm an older lady wearing glasses and got hair piled on top of my head. So she's kind of my alter ego. Excuse me. She's kind of my alter ego. And if you see me posting on Facebook, they have those emoji characters. They have those emoji characters of yourself. They must have one time snapped a picture of me. And they kind of do an alter ego emoji, or avatar, I guess you would call it. It's not an emoji, it's an avatar. And they do a pretty good job of that, but it doesn't really look like me. I'm not as pretty as it is. I'm a little bit more human in real life. I'm trying to get some of the dirt out from underneath my fingernails. It bothers me. But and it comes up with some things like, I'll say, don't put any more people in there. And so when it comes back, it'll go and do its thing and process, and it'll come back and it'll have it'll have 5 people in there. I'm going, where did these come from? I told you not to do it. Oh. No cars in the window. No cars. Like, I like to show the window. Her sitting in front of a window in the old department store. And they always put a car passing by on the street. I'm going, I don't want cars passing by in the street. Where'd they come from? I didn't tell you to do that. Well, it's a street. Every street has to have a car driving on it. Oh. I do like to play with it though, and I can come up, if I fool around with, I can fool around with it all weekend. I can work for 8 hours straight with a little, and it took me, of course, I do a lot of revising and playing around and all of that, but I would say it took me a good 48 hours to do 2 seconds of that video. And then I had to put it all together and get it ready to upload and make sure that it was all what I wanted it to say. That it's just it's a process, but it's a fun process. And I think about movie directors, and I kind of understand why it takes so much money to produce a movie. When I think how long I spent to do a 2-second video, what would you do with a 2-hour movie where you had to, interpret the script and fly to other countries and hire all these actors and actresses and shoot the scene 5 times in rainy weather? Oh. So it's kind of interesting. And it kind of gives you another tool for your imagination. And I don't think it takes away from art at all. Like I could generate a picture and paint a picture from it. But I don't think it takes away from art. I think it stretches your imagination, especially your observation and your description skills. You learn to, oh, he was wearing a blue shirt with a red bandana around his neck, and he had blue eyes, and what color was his hair? His hair was black, you know. Of course, now I'm just chattering in the wind, but it does challenge you to think a bit more. I don't want these papers to fall off. I'm just about done here. And this is YouTube's Dream Screen. Now, their Dream Screen has been out for a while, but they have recently upgraded it, and I don't think it's out for everybody, the upgrade to do video clips, and that's what I'm using. It's an AI processor where you can do 6-second video clips and then download them and put them all together into a 3-minute short. And it's still in the experimental, the video clip part is still in the experimental stage. But Dream Screen itself, you can do a picture, just a static picture, like you want a background, something behind you. Or you could describe a garden, a lady in a garden. Maybe I'll do that. Write a little script for a lady planting in the garden. And up grows a tomato plant. 9 feet tall. I did get my Roma tomato plant planted, and I planted the peppers that I got, but I did not get my begonia planted. But I went out in the back porch today to check if they need watering, and they're okay, but that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I just got a couple of sheets left here. My brother's going fishing tomorrow. So I'll be left with the yard work. Of course, I do all the yard work anyway. He bosses me around. He supervises it. I want to plant some flower seed tomorrow. I want to plant my begonias. But I need him before our sweet corn is going to be really late. We should have planted sweet corn 4 weeks ago, but I had that dirt pile to move. It was just almost too much for me. So if we don't get sweet corn this year, we can buy it. It's more of a hobby than anything. All right, I'm going to put these in signatures of 5. So, and I'm going to put them kind of catty corner. So, I don't really care for the fruit. I think I got 4 there. 1, 2. And eventually they'll be different widths over here, but that won't matter to me. So we're just going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can count to 5. 1, 2. This is gonna be quite a large workbook, but I like room to scribble and draw and write notes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's just more of a playground area. It's really kind of an expansion on the Society of Idea Collectors, only I'm not really collecting ideas here. I'm writing, it's a workbook where I can develop my stories. And we kind of got into that in another video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 in this one. Okay. So let's just go in and put these together. And thank you for your patience while I do this. I don't get in here a lot when I'm not streaming. I need to get in here and actually do some work in here. But I've got all that yard work to do this spring. Spring is a bad time to start reorganizing in a studio. I need room. So I'm kind of alternating these designs. There's only 4 here. There's only 3. 4. 5. This, to me, is just scratch paper. It's just scratch paper that I can scribble on in my head. I was just going to make little mini journals and just use this side but this will work too. I'm about halfway through. She said, if you're bored, I'm about halfway through. So we'll do it that way. Yeah, this is just going to be a scratchbook. Something I can scribble willy-nilly in and not worry about is it art. And I've been using my S pens in my other book. They go through, they soak through a little, the writing does, but not too bad. I don't want to use all my felt tip pens that Dee Dee told me about on something like this. You could use a ballpoint pen in here too. But I would not use the felt tip, the S gels, and that it'll soak through in no time at all. This copy paper is basically what it is. And it's just kind of like a writing journal that I can scribble in. All on one topic, my fairy tales. Well, here, turn it. I don't know what I did here. I'm just trying to alternate my pages so I have some plain pages and some, the other alternating with this lovely fruit. It isn't going to matter once I get it all put together. It'll, but still, come on, Meri. It's all busy work. It is kind of fun building the journals, though, even journals like this, which is more of a playground than an art journal. I want a playground, a hard copy one, where I can figure things out. Sometimes you have to see things on paper, see what's in your head. I was sorting through my stuff and I ran across that lady who does all those morning papers. I can't think of her name right now. But she had a quote that something about she didn't know what she was thinking until she wrote it down on paper. Something to that effect. Or it was that quote that in her book that caught me. I don't know if she actually said it, but she's the one I associate with it. When I see it in paper, I see when I write it down on paper, I see what I was thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's kind of what this is. You're getting your thoughts down on paper. This is what this is for. And I think this is the last one. I think I have 6 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now let me count how many signatures I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I had 20 in my other book. There's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. About the same. And so what I'll do here is put this all together with Coptic stitch. And I'm not going to do that here. And I'll what I did with the cardboard that came with it. Hold on. This is the cardboard. I'll cut this in half, and this will be the cover. And then I think you stitch when you do the Coptic binding. You start at the bottom. You start at the bottom, and you start with the bottom signature, and you work toward the top, and then your top one goes here. And then I think I took a piece of lace and put over the side here. Let's cut this one in half and see if it's going to be big enough. Let's see, these signatures are, I don't mind cutting these down a little if I have to. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3/4. Should be 5 1/2, but by the time you get all the folds in there, I probably will cut these down to 5 1/2. I won't do it tonight. I'll move on. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it would be 5 1/2. So these are going to be longer than that. I'll probably cut a 1/2 inch. I'll probably cut a 1/2 inch off of this. And I won't mind doing that. But I'm not going to do it tonight. I am going to mark this, though, at 5 1/2. Where's my pen? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/2. Let me make sure I'm thinking straight here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/2 would be right here, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/2, which would be here. And I'm not going to cut this tonight. I'll just mark it to be cut. Boy, I really need to get a new foam for this. Foam board. So I'm going to cut this in half right here, and one side will be the front and one side will be the back. And that's all I'm going to do with that tonight. Be nice if I had a tie. I might just have to tie it with a piece of fabric. I used to have the ties in here to get me some bands at the store. Do I have some bands? Yes, I do. Yay. That'll work. Oops, I got two. Now let's just set it like, I should probably cut it tonight. You know, I'm going to cut it with the scissors because I'll just use this as the side on both sides that I'll put the lace across. Let's use my old scissors and see if it'll cut. I painted them this morning. When I was painting that box, I was reviewing my video, and boy, I really slopped paint on those scissors. So you'll probably see me be making a lot of workbooks over the next few years because I really like that concept. They may not all be this thick, but can't you just see me getting in there now and opening it up and writing my thoughts down? I can see stories happening in here. Yes, I can. There we go. That'll do for now. That'll do for now, pig. Maybe I'll get that other one out that I threw back in there. I threw one back in and put him the other way. Keep him nice and tight. There we go. So now I'm ready to bind it. I think there's a channel out there called Treasure Books. And she's the person that, she does a lot of binding. She does a lot of different things. But I learned my Coptic stitching from her. The other person that is good with book binding is Sea Lemon. There's another one too. DAS binding, I think it is. DAS binding. All right. So there's that. And I have something else I want to do tonight while I'm thinking of it here. This morning, I got this bright idea. Let me set this aside. This morning I got this bright idea. Well, I work out in the yard. I get all hot and sweaty. And I take breaks and sit on the front porch. And I keep this container, a shoebox container, with paper towels in here. And I thought how nice it would be to have a slit in here. Well, this is too poofy. So what I thought I would do, I was thinking about it this afternoon. This is going to be another boring job to watch. I thought these fold, and I'm just going to fold. We're just going to sit here and fold paper towels so that I can pull them through without it catching in there. I'm going to see if that works. I'm just going to sit here and, yeah. I'm not giving up my bright idea here. And I think it will fit in there a lot better and come out a lot better, hopefully. If it doesn't, I can, tear this in half and put half in and keep the other half in reserve. So, yep, let's just sit here and Do, 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 do. Watch Meri unfold her paper towels. And I also bought me a little trash can because I get all hot and sweaty, and I'll take a paper towel and wipe all the sweat off while I'm resting, and then I don't have any place to put the wet paper towel, so I bought a trash can to keep out on the front porch. My brother smokes, and he likes to sit in the porch swing and smoke. Well, when he was done, he was smashing his cigarette out on the cement side of the swing where he sits, and I'm just making a ashy mess on his side of the swing, and I got after him. So I went to Menards and I bought a bucket, a tin bucket. I said, smash your cigarettes out in this tin bucket. And he does. He spits in it too. He doesn't chew tobacco. He doesn't do that, but he smokes, and his side of the the sidewalk was getting all black from his smashed cigarettes. And so I made him use that bucket, and he does pretty good with it. He just needed a prompting. Gosh, there's a lot of towels on here. You guys aren't seeing much. It's harder for me to do it this way. I have to do it this way. And it's still pretty hard to do. Maybe if I bring it down, you can see the top of it. As I'm folding back and forth here. Gosh, I hope that they'll fit in there. We'll see. I might have to tear them in half in the long run. Let's unroll a section over here. Oh, I don't know if that's going to work because it gets long and ruly. The fan's blowing it. Help, help! That didn't work at all. Paper towels remind me of my dad. He used to buy, his paper towels used to be brown, and he'd be outside a lot, and he'd use paper towels, and he'd leave them all over the yard, and I'd have to go clean them up. And I would grump about it. We were out in the country, you know, his home was his castle, but he didn't keep the paper towels picked up. I mowed my parents' lawns too. My mom was doing it for a while, but when I stayed with them, I mowed the lawn for them. And it always scared me because they heated with propane. And I'd mow out along that propane tank. It's gonna blow up. It's gonna blow up and kill me. And they lived out in the country. They lived right down along the Little Blue River. And they had an old cave, and I hated mowing over that cave. It's gonna cave in. It'll fall in on me and my mower, and nobody will ever find me. They'll think I ran away. And really, I'm in the cave. I hated mowing over that cave, and I hated mowing by that propane tank. Otherwise, I didn't really mind it. My dad liked to garden, and I think I got most of my love of gardening from my dad. My mom loved flowers. I got my love of flowers from her. She had these whiskey barrels full of double petunias outside her door. 2 whiskey barrels on each side of the, oh, she kind of had a little, the doorways here and a little sidewalk and 2 whiskey barrels full of double petunias. The mailbox is right here. I'm just about done here. We'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, I'll just have a stack of paper towels. And of course the last one is always the glued down one. It's still a pretty tall stack of paper towels. Now, but I think it'll work better than that. Where's the container, Mary? What did you do with it? Oh yeah. Oh, that's going to be much better. And then we'll pull it up and put it through here. Thread it through. Just like a Kleenex box. I cut this morning. There we go. And then I can just, where's my tear here? Tear it off. Wipe off my sweat and tear off another one. That worked. So I'm taking that out to the front porch tomorrow. Yay! Brilliant, Mary. Brilliant. I'm proud of myself. Where's my doorknob? I'm going to put my scissors away. This doorknob came from my parents' house. My brother tore the house down, or started tearing it down. He got most of it torn down, and then one of the neighbor farmers bought the place from him. He sold it to him. He got tired of tearing down the house. The house needed to be torn down. All right, let me come out and see what's going on in chat. I might play with the green screen a little here. We might describe a lady gardening and do a script, but let me come out and talk to you guys. I've really done everything I wanted to do tonight. It's 9 o'clock. Almost 9 o'clock. Let me come chat. I wanted to chat with you guys. What's going on? Whoops. Let me get out of that. I'm in the wrong channel. Manage switch counts. How did I get over there? I don't know. Here I am. Oh, we got a doggy ad. We owe an apology to anyone. Oh, it's one of those doggy door mats. Come on, where's my chat? Come on. Give me my chat. Now let me close out YouTube. Sometimes my chat just doesn't come up. It gets stubborn. Oh, is that an old video? No, that's my live. Sometimes it comes back up in the same spot I left it in. See? Instead of revamping. Let's hit me there and go to my... I don't want to do a short. It just needs time. I got 19 of you out there, but I don't have any chat. Give me my chat. Oh, there it went. Hi, Lori Beth. Welcome in. Hi, Allie Kay. Welcome in. It's good to see both of you. You've been working? Have you been working on your grandmother's farm? Helping with the cows? I understand you help out you're on the farm with your grandmother. Is it your grandparents? That's because you're a top on the leaderboard. See, oh look, I've got Goldie as top and oh, there's Carol. Hi, Carol. And Lori Beth, you're number 3 here. Jacqueline's 4. Becky was Becky in here? Zerzaki, Allie Kay and Brenda, Mina, Karen Kay, Sherry Van, Patty Crane, and Lamont. That's kind of nice to see that because I can kind of go, who did I miss saying hello to? I said hello to Patty and Lamont and Sherry, Karen and Mina. Brenda, I missed Brenda. There's Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Allie Kay. Zara, I missed Zara. Zara Zaki. Becky was here. Jacqueline, Lori Beth, Carol, and Goldie. Excuse me, my voice is getting... There's Carol. Yeah. You can turn that off, the crowns off if it bothers you. You go to your settings and look for a setting that says live chat. And you can turn your crowns off if you don't like them. I'm leaving them on because I can kind of see you guys, but you can turn it off if it bothers you. It bothers Angie. And she wanted to turn hers off. They're kind of a new thing, an experimental thing that YouTube is doing. YouTube interprets this as being a community thing that's supposed to spark interest and communication and all of that. It's kind of like if you're in a Facebook group and you see yourself as being a top contributor, it's kind of along those lines. Like if you chat a lot in a Facebook group and you might see yourself being top contributor. How did I get to be top contributor? It's because you talked a lot. Lori Beth's name is Green. Is that what you mean? No, I mean the crowns. I'm talking about let's see. Lori Beth. Well, Lori Beth, for me, her name is in outline font. And she's got a green loyalty badge, not a loyalty, loyalty, the little green star. For me, Lori Beth's name is in an outline font. I don't like those outline fonts. They're hard to read. Brenda says, that's right. There is what I was talking about in my chat doing. I watched Meri one night and I never could see chat. Yeah, that chat sometimes, well, I think if I understand it right, the chat file and the video file are 2 separate files. And that's one reason why when you watch a stream and it processes and it ends, but the chat still may be processing, they're 2 separate files and they've got to sync them up together. So that's one reason why you don't see chat after you end your stream. Sometimes it takes a day for it to process. Whoever chats the most gets the #1 crown. And you get so many points and you can do something with those points, but I haven't figured out all the stuff that you can accumulate. I like to see them, but not everybody likes to see them. So let's see. Allie Kay says, that's really smart, Meri, the paper towel box thing. Well, I was working on it this morning, and I put the whole roll. Well, first of all, the slit, I thought I could just make a slit, one little cut down. Well, there's no way I was going to get those even one layer of paper towel through there. So I had to work with it a couple of times to get a wide enough opening. Then my roll of paper towels was too wide, and it couldn't roll to pull it through. And at that point, I just quit. But I was thinking about it this afternoon. I go, well, I don't need that roll in there. I can just pull it back and forth. So that'll be nice for me to have that on the front porch. Thank you, Allie K. It's good to see you, Allie. Yeah, it's like a Kleenex box, which I've been using a lot of Kleenex lately. Excuse me. Brenda says, I've been eating taco salad, shivering because the air conditioner is going and the ceiling fan is spinning. Bo says it's hot in here. He's sweating. Oh. My dad loved red roses, Joyce said. He planted climbing roses by the driveway. Oh, I just about bought a rose bush at Menards. I'd like to have just the bush. I don't want a climbing one. And they had some on sale for like $12. And I went over and I started reading it. It was the climbing ones. And I'm going, well, I really don't. I want a bush, you know, because you can get rose bushes. So I'm still got that on my. There's Doc's bookbinding. Thank you, Allie K, for dropping that link. And C Lemon, she dropped the link to that. Cody said it's hot where she's at in her nightgown under the air conditioner. Angie's under covers. Angie says she's going to get under the covers. Angie said she's getting cold. Brenda, Goldie. I haven't seen Aunt Beck yet. I saw her in the community. Maybe that was from this morning. There's Carol. She says, good evening, everyone. Carol, if you're out there, welcome in. Did Carol stream this morning? I didn't see. What did I do after I streamed this morning? I think I went in and took a nap. I did some printing, but that was later in the day. Goldie said, I put the chicks under the hen during the night, and I'll try to get a video of them with her this weekend. Aww. That's a chick short. Oh, can I go watch it, video, Goldie? Your little chick short? I'm going to go watch it. I hope she'll let me watch it. Oh, look at the little chicks. Can you guys see them? The little chicks. Aw, they're so cute. Oh, no. Oh, that was outdoors with Eric. I hope you let me watch that. Let's go back one here. Carol said, I did not stream this morning. Are you traveling? Becky said you were traveling this morning. She wasn't sure if you were going to stream or not. Yeah, that chick short was cute. Goldie, thanks for posting that. They're so cute. I want to cuddle them all the time, Goldie says. I'm not one for chickens, but the adult chickens. I'm not so fancy on chickens or chicken art or stuff like that. When I was like 5 or 6 years old, I had this old hen jump on my back. Of course, she knew I was afraid of it. And my mom eventually killed it. And then when I was in high school, my mom had an old rooster. And he knew I was afraid of it. I wouldn't even go out the door unless I had a broom in my hand to defend myself. And my mom finally, my mom finally caught on that, you know, that rooster knew I was afraid of it, so he'd always take out after me. And don't you touch me, I'll pop you, I'll knock your head off. And my mom caught on to what was going on, and she said, you should be able to go out the door without a rooster chasing you. And they had it for dinner that night, but I couldn't eat it. And I can't eat chicken to this day. Carol said she came home Sunday, but she's been recouping some sore knees and back. Well, welcome home. Yeah, I was sitting here this morning trying to figure out who streams after me on Fridays. It's been a while since I've been on, Carol, so You know, I was trying to get my head all together who was streaming today. And so I got my list out, and there you were. And Becky said, I think she's traveling. All right. There was one more thing I wanted to do tonight. Well, let's go. I want to play with the AI here. Let me sign on to this, because this phone is the one I have the most space on, so I do my scripting on this phone. Although I'm going to fill it up, I'm going to have to transfer everything off of my phones here pretty soon. Okay, so what I do, let's just get out of all my I'm just seeing what I have. Sometimes you just something. Epson printer, Linda. It's going to be 78 tomorrow. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to go to my notepad, and I want to go to my folders, and I want to go to my dream screen, which is down at the bottom, the script. So I'm going to start a new one, and I'm just going to call it Lady Gardening, because we're just going to play with this tonight. And let me put this, because it's knocking on the glass. Whoops. Well, I did that. There. Lady Gardening. I just want to kind of show you guys a little more of this. This is so fun to do. And the more that you can describe what you want, the more that the AI machine knows what to give you. So I'm just going to say the same thing. An older lady with gray hair. That's me. Piled on head. And it does a pretty good job of getting her hair up there. Wearing, and it's if I make mistake, and I do make a lot of mistakes, it kind of understands what I'm trying to tell it, because sometimes when I type the word the, I get TGE, and it either skips it or understands it. Wearing rimless eyeglasses. I'm going to put a yellow shirt. Let's see, a blue skirt, a very long, and I'm going to type that in caps, very long skirt, comma, white, apron. I'm going to put with yoke and see if that understands with yoke, because I want a yoke on the front, with yoke and side pockets. That's a fairly long description. And I'll put comma, holding shears in one hand and a garden basket in the other. And I'm going to say she is in a flower garden picking roses. And let's see how sometimes when I'm describing a lady, sometimes like I can generally get the AI to produce a man, a woman, or an adult child, but I can't get it to produce children. And I think they have some rules in there that, because I'm still trying to say, do I say children? I say, I'm trying to do set of twins, although I can in an illustration mode, but I can't do it in a realistic mode. It says we can't generate that. So they have some roadblocks in there purposely, so you can't violate standards, whatever their community standards. She's in a flower garden picking roses. We'll put yellow roses. Yellow roses, because her dress is yellow. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. And I did discover that I could cut and paste. Okay, so to go to the dream screen, you go to your channel. Go to your channel. Go to your... Oh, let's get rid of the sound. You go to the... On my phone, there's a little plus sign down here. And that will take me to my uploads. And I'm in the short here. It says short. And it's got that red dot. And then I hit this little square over here. It has a little figure in it. I hit that. And then I hit this pink square. And it says create background. And I'm going to paste my text in there. Now I'm going to go to the vintage setting. They give you different settings. And the anime, A-N-I-M-E, is where I can do the children, and maybe the clay mode, but I can't do it in realistic mode or vintage or anything. But let's see if it will create my lady. Let's see what it comes up with. Oh, it did a really good job. It did a pretty good job. Let's see. Which one do I want to pick? Let's pick this one for now. Look at, she's holding cheers. She's got roses in one hand. The basket's kind of floating in the air. I should have basket around her arm. Because the basket's kind of floating in the air there. Let's see what, here the basket's on her arm. Here it's floating in the air. Let's go to, well, let's see if you don't like any of these, it says try again and it'll generate more. It'll generate till you can't generate anymore. Oh, I like all of these. Now see, it's kind of got a house in the background there. A house in the background there. Sort of a house there. Let's see, which one do I want? They're all really good. I'm going to pick this one just for the fun of it. She's really got a bun on the back of her head. But then you can create a little 6-second video. So let's create video. See what happens. This is where it gets fun. And see, she's picking flowers. Oh, she doesn't have flowers in her hand here, though. She's picking them. She's cutting. Well, she's holding. It looks like she's taking them and putting them, throwing them back in the pile in the ground. So let's go back. You can do the same image and try it again, and it may come up with something different. Sometimes it puts a figure walking by. I can sit and play with this all weekend. Yeah. She's taking the flowers and then putting them down on the ground. So let's go back. Let's see. Let's try again here because I don't see her holding flowers here. Let's try this again. and see if it shows. Because I thought I said she can't hold and pick at the same time, though. That's the trouble. Well, here she's holding them. Let's see. Let's try this one again. She really has her hair piled on top of her head. I love her white apron. And look, she's got a yellow t-shirt. And look, it interpreted the yoke on the white apron. I don't see, well, there's pockets in there, but you don't see them very well. Let's create a video and see what she's doing. I just enjoy doing this. Oh, she's walking forward. Oh, I kind of like that. Now I'm going to, see where it says continue? I'm going to hit continue because I'm happy with this. Continue. And let's see. I think if I hit this, it'll go to another 6 seconds. See, it's going to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And see where that's red? Now I'm going to hit this again, and it's adding another 6 seconds. I think you can make this go up to, let's hit it at 15 seconds. And she's just walking through the garden picking flowers. Now I'm going to hit the next, because I don't want to play with any of this. I could add a voiceover. There's a microphone there. But I'm going to hit the next. And I'm just going to put picking roses. I'll put picking yellow roses. And I'm going to put script 1, or I'm going to put DS1 for Dream Screen 01. All right. And then I'm going to upload my short here. And it's going to go out there to my, you see it says uploading your video. So while it's doing that, I'm going to come back into my script here, which I should have, and I'm going to put DS1 here. And I like to put underscores under this. Copy it. So to me, that's script 1. And let's copy it. And come down here, paste, and 2. Now, let's see. I want flower garden. Let's copy this. I'm not sure. This is where I want these 2 scripts. I can't put everything. Oh, I could try to put it in there. But it gets so much motion in there. I want Bandit to pop out of the rose bush. I want her to, and it has the lady walking, but then it has that movement, so then usually the cat movement doesn't move. So I do another script. But I don't know if I can get that lady same way. So I'm going to I'm not going to say she's picking roses. I'm just going to flower garden of yellow roses. And in here, I'm going to put black. Now I could say black cat or black kitty, and I'm going to say black cat because Bandit is a black cat with green eyes. I don't know if that will show up that much, but we'll put that in there. Hides under, let's see, Flower Garden of Roses. Let's put that up at the top. Cut, paste. So this is where I start figuring out how I'm going to describe it, because I want Bandit to jumps out of yellow rose bush. So now I'm putting all the action on the cat and not the lady. Out of yellow rose bush, in front of, and then I'm going to copy my older lady with gray hair holding pictures and a garden basket in the other hand. And I'm just going to copy this and put it down here and see what it does. You kind of have to play, and sometimes my scripts get kind of long and go over more than one page, and I'll just page down to another page because it bothers me to have it go across pages. All right, so let's see. Let's go paste this in my script 2 and see what it does. Copy. Whoops, did I copy it? I didn't see it copy. Let's type other hand here. Other hand. Copy. All right, now I'm going to come back into my shorts over here. And I'm going to hit the little square and the pink square, and I'm going to put this in, paste. And there's, whoops, I didn't get the D. And we're going to do vintage again. And I think I got it all. Let's create and see what it comes up with. See if it gives me similar. And let's see if it gives me the action of that kitty. Now see, the roses here are really tall. And here's the on top of the roses. Let's try again. I want, he needs to come out at her feet, not at her shoulders, not at her hands. Yeah. So I got to revise my script to where, if you could see this, the black kitty is jumping out up at the eye level. And look, the basket isn't over her arm. The basket's fallen off. She doesn't, oh, she has a basket over her arm there. The kitty's jumping out here. Now this one could almost work. But look, it's got the same lady, the same outfit, same white apron, same shears. What's in the basket? There are some flowers in the basket, but no blooms in them. I really wanted it. Really wanted the kitty to be down at her feet, but let's see if I can revise it to say that. Flower Garden of Yellow Roses, black cat with eyes jump out of the yellow rose bush. So see, it didn't know to put at the foot. Let's see. jumps out of bottom of yellow rose bush in front of older lady with gray hair piled on top of head, white apron, and a garden basket filled with yellow roses. Filled with yellow. And of course, I peck. It isn't like I sit down at my keyboard and the keyboard's too small. Although you can get keyboards now that you can hook up to your phone and type on a smaller keyboard. I probably have just as much trouble because I've got such big hands, but filled with yellow roses. All right, let's see what this generates. So this is fun to do, and it's kind of storytelling in a way. And for me, this is all. I'm going to get back out of this. Let's go back one more. And let's see. At one point, I was able to copy this and cut and paste, but it's not doing it for me tonight, so I'm just going to backspace. I don't want to figure out why. Paste. All right, let's create and see if it put the cat down at the, I should say she looks down at him. So I want her looking down. Oh, she is kind of looking down. Here are the kitties. Here are the kitties in the basket. That's kind of cute. I like that, but I kind of wanted him jumping out of the, here he's kind of at her feet. Let's create a video of this one and see what happens. Sometimes weird things happen. I don't know what you guys are seeing, because I have it in an angle for me. Good night, Goldie. She says, I'll say good night for now. See everyone at Juju's later. I wish more creators had access. It looks fun. I do too, Allie K. And oh, look, see, the kitty came out. Look how he's coming out there. That's what I want. She's picking roses. Well, she's talking. She's trying to pick some roses. Oh, I guess she scared the kitty out of the bush. They will eventually. This is all in test mode. They assign it just like the community tab. You know, like I don't get the community tab. I wish I had the community tab. But they gave me Dream Screen. They gave me this. And I really am having fun with this. But they kind of spread it out across the creators, different creators. And eventually, when they decide it's okay for it to go out to all the creators, it is fun to do. I'm having a ball doing it. You can spend hours and hours doing this. All right, let's continue. I like this one. I'm very happy with what's happening here. And she's even talking like, oh, where did you come from? So we're going to play it once, and it'll go for 6 seconds. She's looking around. I don't like her looking around too many times, but I can kind of cut and paste that out. Let's play it again. see, I like this part, and she talks, but this part to where she looks around, she could be doing that 3 times. And that kind of bothers me. But I can edit that out. Next. And let's put DSO2 here. And whoops, that's 1, 2. And I'm going to upload my short, and it'll go up to my channel, and then I can download them into and play with them in my video editor. Like, I like how she's talking, but then she starts looking around, and I don't mind that once, maybe at the end, but have her talk and then look around and have her talk and look around and then have her talk and look around, combining those 3 movements all into one movement. The looking around should be at the end. Alrighty. That's all I'm going to do of that. We could have the the little black kitty come out, and, you know, we could continue this into more of a story, but I'm not going to do that. It's 9:30. I have one more thing I'm going to do. I might play with that and upload something later this weekend. I have one more thing I'm going to do that's actually art related. And that is, this morning I covered that box with napkins that I got from Debbie Epps. And not these, but I have some scrappies left. And I want to collage those down in my, packing paper journal. And let's see what I have here. Oh, and here's Jacqueline's. Oh, I'm just loving this. I'm gonna play with that too. Let me put this back up. These pages, these are vellum page, not these top ones. I saved them out because I had holes in them, these few. But these are vellum, and they're scalloped on the edges, and they've got 2 little holes in them there. And this will make a wonderful, I might punch a couple more holes and make a little journal, or I could make a journal this way too. I'm just loving these. I hope she does more of these. These are a hit. I don't know where she got these papers, but I'm glad I bought them. I'm glad I bought them, Jacqueline. I'm going to have fun with those. And let's see, let's put these napkins that I didn't use. Let me put with the vellum. I'm going to put these napkins that I did not use this morning. All these napkins I got from Debbie Epps at her sale. And these are the ones I didn't use. I'm going to put them back in her napkin. And we'll put those aside. And let me get a page out that I'm working in here. Was it this one that I was working? I think I finished this one. Oh, I might have to stand up and things float away on me. Did it fall? It's another napkin that needs to be put away. I think it was this one. Oh, and we can do this too yet tonight. All right. What I want to do is, this is a packing paper journal that I'm doing out of the packing paper that came with Debbie Epps, my order with Debbie Epps. And I could collage on there. But, yeah, I'm having fun doing this. Is kind of a kind of a junk journal, but more of an art journal. I'm using bits and pieces. I don't really like calling it a junk journal because it's really not. I'm using different things in here. This was the page I was going to work on. Excuse me. Moi. And what I want to do is take these scraps of napkin, and I've got several, and see if I put them like that, and put this on here, and then I can put something in there. So let me, and I'm going to use my glue stick instead of wet glue tonight. Now, do I want to, how do I want to do this? I think I want to do it like that, so I can open it up and flip it. And I'll find something to put in here. But let's tear the napkin or cut right about here. Will that be, that will take me over. I don't know if I can tear. Usually these don't tear that great. Let me make a little slice here. It's hard to see what I'm doing. All right. And then I'll just take and fold this like this. And like this. And maybe once more. And then I'll just cut it right here. Now I think it was this side. And right there. And right here. And right in there. So this should fit on here. Just like that. So let's glue her down. And I'm not going to stay on too late tonight because I'm kind of tired. I'm seeing from the chat that Mama Juju is going to be on. I'm going to have to get my ducks in order here so that I can get her time down. But I saw Goldie said, I'll see you later at Mama Juju's, so I'll have to find out what time she streams. I think she posted on my community tab. and I haven't been out there yet to copy things down. Oh, I'm liking that. So I want to take this and put it in here and make a flip. I could do it this way. Might do it this way. And then in here, I have this little girl. She looks like that's really a bow in her hair. I have this one, which is, I could take off of this. I don't want to dig them all out. What else do I have here? Those are the two. I think I like this one. I'm going to take it off of here. And what I can do is put her on a background. And I wonder if this one can come off. I stapled it on. I taped it and stapled it. I'll just glue around it, napkin around it. But I'd like to get something on the inside, and I don't think I want it to be the napkin. What do I have? Yeah, things are blowing around. The wind's blowing my clouds around. Let's see. What do I want to put there? Let me turn around and see what I have. I found one of my painted paper. This book, I call this my, what did Didi always say? Oh, escapes my head. I'm doing this, oops, it's upside down, this book because of Didi. Look, I got a postcard prompt game in there, pick 10, stuck in there. Ooh, this might look pretty in the background. But I started just it's a wipe-off book. But Didi has a word, starts with a W. It's not coming to my head right now. I want to pull a page out of here. But Didi had one time said that she was doing a book because Meri and Southern Gal Designs, I think her name is Tiffany, had these books with all sorts of painted backgrounds. I thought I better do one. Ooh, I like this. So I might just rip this page out. That other page might come out, but I'm liking this. And I'm going to slip it. I think I like the goldy part. Let's make a and then I think I can tear rather than cut. I'm going to tear just a little on the inside of my lines. Now let's get this out, Meri. Up to there. might have to cut the other sides because they're pretty thin. Cut these. And that's a little crooked, isn't it? Let's see how it fits. Like that. Now we can trim it a little more. See what you do with waste paint? Now I could use either side. I could use the red or the blue. Let's see if this will fit. Paper's pretty strong. Now, I almost think I like the red. I hate to cover up that pretty blue, but if you take it out, it's got a pretty back. But the red will show up more. Come on, get in there. Well, let me trim it. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just me playing. Do I have more than one page? I have more than one page. I thought that paper was pretty thick. Oh, phooey. Well, I don't like the red so much now. I could still use the bright red. We'll just put both of them in there. I have 2 pages. Meri, you doofus. I like the bright of the red. I think it'll make that circle show up so much more. If I can get it in there. This is a CD envelope that Jacqueline dyed as part of the papers that I opened this morning. No, still too big. I don't know why it seemed to fit. I think I turned it around. Probably will have to cut off the other side now, but we'll keep working with it. There we go. Yeah. It's too tall this way. I put it in wrong, but that's okay. I'll just clip this off a little. There we go. Got a bunch of trash here. And then I'm going to put this lady, this little doll, right in there. And then on the outside, I'll do something on the outside. So let me get rid of the trash. The little scrappies. And we'll save this for another part of the journal. And let's see, I want my glue stick. And I'm just gonna kind of place her in there and hope I get it right. Right about them. There. Now, this I'm going to put in here. And we're going to put, oh, there was that ladybug here. This ladybug was on that napkin this morning. Looks like it's a little foam dot there. We'll put that ladybug on there. Let's glue this down. Yeah, I think I'll do that with my fine art glitter glue. Let's put the put it right in. There's a little bug. Right in here, I think. Right about there. And it'll flip open, and we can do something in here, but I'm going to put this little ladybug up here in the corner. I'll do that with the fine art glitter glue, too. Right in there. Just kind of comes together. I'll let that dry now. I'm thinking a little piece of lace or something. What if I threw all my lace away? I didn't throw it away, I put it away. Something. Well, let's go ahead and let's, I'm going to put some napkin around in here to make those pages coordinate. Put the glue away here. So I hope all of your weekends go good. I'm planning on yard work tomorrow. So let's see what I have here. I've got some. Let's just fold this in. Just fold it like this. Like this. Like this. And I want to put it right in there. So I'm gonna put it under that tape measure. So I'm gonna cut it. Guess I can cut it about in half. And put it right in there. And I could save that and put it over here. So hold that for me, would you? Thank you. I'm not doing a good job of it. Right in there. All right. Glue this side down. This is left over from the box that I did this morning. And just put this right in here. And then I'll come with, well, maybe I should come with this other strip first. And yeah, I don't know if that can hold down. I knew that was going to happen. The wind blows my fan. I have the fan blowing on me because it gets warm in here. Furnace is right below this room. And he's got it set at 76, I think. He says it doesn't turn on unless it needs to, but it gets warm in here. It must need to turn on. Now I'm going to have to trim this when I get done here, but let's cut this off. And this will go down here. Hopping away on me. I'm going to clip that off. Now it's stuck on my finger. Off of my finger. And then I've got another piece that I'm going to put up here. Now let's turn it over and we'll trim, do a little trimming. Let's trim this first. And then There we go. Now this I'm just collaging stuff down on. But this page should be pretty much done, except for this. And let's see what I have. Now I'm going to have to take things off of the cart over here to get down to my dolls. Are these my dolls? This is what I put together tonight. So let's see what I have. I think I have a couple big ones that, and I still have some napkins left over. Oh, I'm just going to put them with my other scrappies that can go in my packing paper journal. I'll just put them over here for a minute. Alrighty. Oh, there's another one. Oh dear. Alright, let's see what I have here. I'm thinking I have a couple of larger dolls in here that I can use. Might be too large. Those are tears. I'm going to have to do some more fussy cutting. I've been giving my little dolls away. There's some text pages here. Oh, something fell off. I knocked something off on the other side of the desk. I'll have to go pick it up after my stream. These are all smaller dolls. That one's not too bad. Yeah, I think I got all the large ones out. Oh. Yeah, I think they're mostly small now. Okay. That's okay. I've got paper here. let me put these away. And we'll decide from here what I want to put in there. Oops. In there. And we need to get me another holder for this. All right, now I want to decide what I want. She's awfully big. She would peek out over the... This one's nice. This one would go nice over here. That's a tall one. That would go good on the lip. I don't think she has any clothes on, though. She's not dressed. And this is a large one, too. So, we got the little boy one, though. He's not too bad, but he's not showing up very good. He would be kind of peeking out, too. I kind of like him peeking out. Put him up higher. Kind of like that. Put her there. Now I think I need something behind them, like a white lace or something behind them. Oh, and this is falling out. Put that over there. So I'm gonna put these back in the envelope. They'll be for another day. And I'm going to finish this page, and then I'll probably call it quits. Maybe that red that I tucked in over here said another. I'll use it again, I said. Come on, there were 2 pages. They're kind of stuck together. And I think I'll just cut around her like a, just give her a border. So let's glue her down. What happened to my glue stick? Didn't put it back, Meri. And when you fussy cut out of books here and are using the original, these were from doll catalogs. I got a bunch of them from a lady on Marketplace. You have to pick and choose because there are images on the other side. Which one do you want? All right, now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut around her. Just enough to set her off. And she is going to go right in here on the back of this. And I don't know. I want to set him off, but I guess that'll be okay. I don't want to tear another page, and I don't really care for that. And I just as soon have it over here. All right, I'll come back to that. Let's glue this one down. Jeez, Mary. I just have to laugh at myself no matter how hard I try. Things accumulate. Let's glue this down a little better. Okay. See if I can't glue this one better. Now I want it to get right on here. Right in there. And then this little guy, I'm going to glue him on here. I think I'd like red above him. Just a little bit of red above him. Wish I had a little more. Maybe this way? Yeah. Let's put him right there. Right in there. So I get a little red above him. The feet I don't mind so much. But he's going to be peeking out over the Yep. All right. I'll have to get out my other books and start fussy cutting. I need to work in the yard tomorrow. All right. Right about, oops. Right about there. And then let's put the, well, let's cut around him. He doesn't have any feet. He never had any in the photo. He's just a little cloth doll, I think. His head might be Bakelite or something. Some sort of a plastic head. I don't think it's ceramic. I think I'm going to give him little white shoes here. There we go. Now, I want him peeking out. Just about right there. Do I want his mouth? No, I think I just want his, it's right in there. So his feet are coming right to the bottom of the page. Right there. That's probably pretty perfect. Maybe down just a little more. There. Alright, where's my glue? Well, I guess I'll glue him in. Now, though, if I have his head peeking out, I don't want the top part of his head glued. So, only glue just right above the eyebrows, which would be, right, okay, right in there. And I'll probably have to go back and re-glue as I miss things. We'll see how this works. Now, I think I said right about there. Is that good? Maybe down just a little more. I'm loving it. I am loving it. Now, one more thing I want to do, and that's take some word stickers that I have over here and see if I can't find a couple good word phrases. The big moon shines in the sky, 25th. The stars always shine. Favorite tales. Admission. If they were let to fly away. Professor of music, do all the good you can. She really thought she means it. She really thought she means it. I think I'm going to use that on her. She really thought she means it. And let's run it across the glue stick, just to be safe. Run the glue stick across it. Put that right here. And let's see. Longing for. I could put longing for there. Very kind-hearted. There's a strange fascination. How is the time? 24th. The most beautiful thing. I think I'll use that. The most beautiful thing. And I'm going to put that right under his nose. Most beautiful thing. Right there. She really thought she means it. I kind of like that. And then over here, what do I want to put over here? I think some of these are repetitive. Now is the time. Chatterbox. I like Chatterbox. I think I'll put Chatterbox across him. I don't trust the stickum on this stuff. It probably would be okay, but I just never trust it. What a Chatterbox. Right here. Chatterbox. Right there. And for her, I dream of stars that glitter. The most beautiful thing. This is what else I have here. There's the most beautiful thing again. Longing for. Yeah, some of these are repetitive. I ordered them off the internet. List of characters. Cast of characters. She was a strange little girl. We'll do that one. Although I don't see her as being that strange, but it works. And we'll put that right. Right. I don't want it to flip. Right there. Alrighty. I'll put these back where I can find them again. So I think it's 10:30. I think I'm done for the night here. I still have this page to do to finish. I just started collaging stuff down. I could put another scrap paper on this. These are stickers off of Jacqueline's Happy Mail this morning. But we did this page and this in here. I'm really happy with these. And I folded all these pages for my workbook. I glued a tab on my, let me get it out. I'll check it here. Glued a tab on my box here. I think that's gonna stay. I decoupaged this box this morning. And so I glued this tab on it so I can open it. And it'll get used to being opened and closed. It's just been decoupaged this morning, so it's still getting in shape here. Got it folded in there. There we go. So this was just a box that a drill came in. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm not so sure about this corner here, what's going on with this corner, but I think it'll be all right. It'll be okay to store stuff in. Alrighty. So I'm going to call it a night. It's a night. I still have some things I need to do, but it's getting late, and I think Juju is either on or coming on. Good night, Angie. Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Good night, Teresa. Let's see. Angie says, I'm sorry, but I'm going back to sleep. I get a kick out of Angie. She's always going back to sleep. Allie K says, I wish there were more creators that had access. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing we did. We played with the dream screen. We did the lady picking flowers and little bandit crawling out at her feet. So I might develop that just over the weekend just for fun. Make a little sentence story to go with it. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. The only thing I know for sure about tomorrow is Beth Schuler will be on tomorrow at 6 p.m. And I think that's Eastern time. I think Juju is coming on later. I have to get out what people posted and get that all straightened out. But if you know of anybody that's coming on, feel free to shout it out in the comments on Saturdays. I will be back Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.